Oh man, Miss Sanchez, 2 formatives in 1 day? Oh, could I be any more evil? Oh, I'm so sorry that you had to have 2 in 1 day, but these were excellent practice formatives to prepare us for our summative, which is in 1 week and 1 day, or in 1 week exactly, depending on which day you're watching this video. But our summative is on September 9th, which is on a Wednesday. So awesome practice in these 2 formatives for you. So this one is those function families. We're graphing on Desmos. We're talking about absolute maximum, absolute minimum, increasing, decreasing, and function families, and sketching that graph. So let's pull up Desmos so we can graph these 3 functions. So I have f of x equals 4 absolute value x. Remember, f of x, same thing as y. I actually don't even need to type that in. I can just go 4 absolute value bars x. And I'll move my graph over a little bit. And it's that V-shaped graph here. All right, beautiful sketch. I'm an artist, I know. Okay, does this function have an absolute maximum or minimum? Remember, maximum was the top of the graph, minimum was the bottom of my graph. So does this one have a top or a bottom? Well, if I draw these arrows, it looks like it's going up forever. And it looks like we have a bottom right at that light purple dot, meaning that we have an absolute minimum. And then second part is our function increasing, decreasing, constant, or a combination. So if I put my highlighter on the left-hand side and I go to the right, I am going down. I'm walking downhill till I reach that light purple dot. And then left to right, I'm going uphill. So we are decreasing, then increasing. And then classify which function this function family belongs to. Well, you can either look at the graph and tell, or you can look at the actual function itself. And we have those absolute value bars. So this one is linear absolute value. And then function. Okay, or we could look at the graph. A V-shaped graph is linear absolute value, V for value, function. All right, let's clear that graph out. Our second one, g of x, which is the same thing as y, equals 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5. And we have a nice straight line, not going through the origin, going a little bit above the origin through that y-axis. Do we have an absolute maximum or minimum? Well, no, we do not. I'm always going up in the one direction, always going down in the other direction. So we have none. And then is our graph increasing from left to right or decreasing? So if you look at the green graph that's shown on my screen, I am increasing from left to right. So always increasing. Which type of function is this? This is just a straight line. So we have a linear function. And the last one, clear that out. H of x, which is the same thing as y, equals negative x squared minus 1. No parentheses this time. So minus x squared minus 1. All right, so we've got an upside down U-shaped graph that doesn't quite go to the origin. It has a top. So it has a top right there. So that means that I have an absolute maximum And then if I put my highlighter on the left side of the graph and I go towards the right, it looks like I'm going up. So I'm walking uphill, meaning that I am increasing until I reach that maximum point. And then from left to right, I'm going downhill, or decreasing. So I am increasing, then decreasing. Sorry, my handwriting is getting so terrible. I'm trying to write fast so we're not going too long on this. Okay, and then what kind of function family is this? Well, a U-shaped graph, or an upside down U-shaped graph, is quadratic. So it's a quadratic function. Or if you looked at the original equation we had here, this x squared is always quadratic.